Hello, Mr. Robberman. I really hope that you were christened Robert Man, but that your friends and family didn't quite understand the nature of a nickname. They thought Bobby or Robbie wouldn't sound the same, but they resented chatting Robert because they thought it sounded plain, so contracted your title to Robberman. I'm hoping that's the case, because I don't think I can face the fact that Robberman was something you were born to do. I'd hate to think that robbing me was something you were born to be, or something we all could see coming. To Mr. and Mrs. Mann, a son, Robber, who I can already see will be a massive fan of burglary. It seems written in the stars that things, rings and cars will be his calling card. I'm hoping that's not true. But whatever the reality, I'm strangely not mad at you. I'm not cross about what you took. I'm not mad that what you jacked was mine. I didn't even react to the crime. In fact, I stood in that pitch black room for quite some time before I called the police and began to make peace with the fact you were by now 2 miles down the street with my stuff. But if I'd been down there 10 seconds earlier, I would have stopped you leaving. It would have been just me and you, and I would have smacked you black and blue. But that would have made me a criminal too, and GBH isn't something I want to do. It's not really what I'm about. But if I caught you, Mr. Robberman, in my house, they would have had to wheel you out. That's not cool. The best things about Sainsbury's, TVs and front door locks is that it stops us needing an animal side. Civilization makes primitive rage go cold, but when you leapt over my threshold, you brought it screaming back. I didn't like that. I'm also very pissed off that you made me a Scrooge. I like to think that out on the street, I'm quite a pleasant person to meet. I don't dodge charity. I listen to what they say. In fact, I pay a fair whack in order that I might sit back and enjoy my fat Western lifestyle. But then you showed up, Mr. Robberman. Now when I'm asked for a small donation, I scream, I just contributed a PlayStation to this community. I enjoy victimised immunity. I don't have to give anything to the needy. They were just knee-deep in my possessions. But this makes me short-sighted, narrow-minded, and generally blinded. And as we all know, if you let yourself get affected by one human fail and one tragic story, you are starting down the road of Daily Mail and voting Tory. Not on my watch. I like to believe that you didn't steal out of greed, but out of need. I like to believe that having and wanting are not inbuilt fractures, but roles society manufactures to justify elitism and criminal behaviour, and that as a result, the saviour of this situation is to be found amongst us. Not in Westminster halls or anarchy calls, and certainly not by building bigger walls or stronger windows. That just leads to bigger divides, and down that road, madness lies. So I'm not mad. Despite the fact you caused me grief, I hope my stuff gave you relief from something. I maintain my belief you were not born Mr. Robberman.
They thought Bobby or Robbie wouldn't quite sound the same, but they resented shouting Robert because they thought it sounded plain, so they contracted your title to Robberman.
That's what I'm thinking of going with in the next take.